Good morning, children, and welcome to the English class. I'm your English teacher, Ma'am Asha Singh, and today I'm going to teach you chapter number 20, that is the participle. But before I take up the chapter, I would like to tell you the answers of the exercise that I gave you in my previous class. So that is, it was page number 87, exercise number 2. Children, you see the sentence number 5. The school appoints Ravi. He would teach geography. Your answer is, the school appoints Ravi to teach geography. The to teach is infinitive. Number 6 is, we go to a cinema hall. We see a movie there. The answer is, we go to a cinema hall to see a movie. To see a movie. To see is infinitive. Number 7 is, I have no interest in business. I must tell you frankly. It will be, to tell you frankly, I have no interest in business. To tell is infinitive. Then 8 is, these men held a meeting. They wanted to select a manager for this factory. Answer is, these men held a meeting to select a manager for this factory. Number 9, the man took out a knife. He intended to frighten all of us. The man took out a knife to frighten all of us. To frighten is infinitive. And lastly, Pratima collects old stamps. This is her hobby. The answer is, Pratima's hobby is to collect old stamps. To collect is infinitive. Now children, today's chapter is chapter 20, the participle. I'll tell you first what is a participle here. The word which is partly a verb and partly an adjective in its use is called participle. It means that a word which is used as a verb and also as an adjective is called participle. Here you can understand it by an example. See this, taking careful aim, the hunter shot the lion. This word taking is made out of take plus ing. Take is a verb. So this is doing the function of verb. And this word is connected to this hunter. That is taking careful aim. That is what kind of hunter? The hunter who is taking careful aim. So this is also used as an adjective. So this is participle. Then there are two kinds of participle. First it is the present participle and second is children past participle. In this chapter I shall tell you about present participle and then later on it will be past participle. Let's see what is present participle. It is a non-finite verb which ends in ing and works like an adjective. So the function of this present participle is it is used as verb as well as adjective and it ends in, the word ends in ing. Now let's see how can we use this participle. The rules of this using participle is, first one is, as an adjective placed before a noun it qualifies. See in this sentence, the smiling girl caught my attention. Here the smiling is used as adjective because it qualifies the girl. What kind of girl? Smiling girl. So this is ing form of the word. This is a participle, a present participle. Second is the burning train picked up speed. Here the burning qualifies this train which is a noun. So it is used, this ing form of this word is used as adjective. So this is also a participle. The second rule is participle placed after the object. Now in this sentence, I heard the girl singing. Heard is verb, the girl is its object and singing is the object of this girl. The singing is present participle. Second, I saw him laughing. Saw is the verb, object is him and laughing is the object of this him. And this is participle because it is used here as a verb, laugh. Second, It is placed after words like be, seem, appear, etc. You see this be, the form of be in present tenses is in as a singular and are for plural subject. In the past tense, was for a singular subject and were for a plural subject. So here you see the play was amusing. Here be, this is the form of be, and the word which is used after this, present participle. And rule number 4 is, as an adjective phrase generally put after the noun, it qualifies. Look at this sentence. The girl standing in the corner is my sister. Here, standing in the corner is adjective phrase because it qualifies the girl. What kind of girl? The one who is standing in the corner. So this is present participle. Second sentence, the snow covering the hill looked beautiful. Which snow? The snow that is covering the hill. This is adjective phrase, and so this is participle. Fifth one is to express an earlier action of the same subject. That is going down the hill. It has been said by this. Going down the hill. This has been said for this boy, the subject of this sentence. So this is present participle. Lying in the bed, I thought about my friend. This lying in the bed, it has been said for this subject, I. So this is present participle. Now children, number 6 is as an absolute phrase. First you understand what is an absolute phrase. Yeah? Absolute phrase is present participle forming a phrase with a noun or pronoun placed before it, is neither the subject nor an object of a finite verb. Here you see children, this is it being a hot day, I stayed indoors. Here being a hot day, this is a participle phrase. Being is participle, and before this it, pronoun has been used. In the second sentence, the teacher being absent, the boys made a noise. Here before this participle, present participle, the teacher has been used. But both of them, this pronoun and this noun, they are not the subject of this phrase. So this phrase is called absolute phrase. And finally, present participle is used to form continuous tense. That is, she is writing a letter. Is writing, this is two-part verb. This is present participle. They are playing football. Two-part verb, are and playing. This is present participle. Now children, finally, let's see some errors which are made in the use of participle. I've taken your exercise number 3 from page 91. I'll tell you what mistakes have been made in this sentence. First, children, I shall tell you from the book. Children, I shall explain you from the sentences here. These sentences, I'll tell you the mistake that it has. Being the only candidate, I appointed Mr. Sale to the post. Do you know the meaning of this sentence? What does it mean? This is an incorrect sentence. It means that being the only candidate, it has been said for this I am the only candidate. And how can I appointed Mr. Sale to the post? Don't you think this is totally wrong? How can I be the only candidate and then appointed Mr. Sale to the post? The correct sentence will be Mr. Sale, being the only candidate, I appointed him to the post. Second is, sitting on the grass, a snake bit him. Children, when I was teaching you, telling you this present participle, I told you that this phrase, sitting on the grass, it stands for the noun or a pronoun which comes after it. So it means that this phrase has been said for snake, a snake. Do you think a snake is sitting on the grass and then bit him? Does it have any sense? It has no sense at all. So please correct this sentence by writing sitting on the grass. He was bitten by a snake. That it means that he was sitting on the grass and then he was bitten by a snake. While he was sitting on the grass, he was bitten by a snake. Take up number 3. Being a very cold day, I remained in bed. The meaning of this sentence is that since this phrase comes before this I, it has been said for this I. It means that I was a cold day. I being a cold day. Could I be a cold day? It is wrong. So the right sentence, it should be being it. Use it before it. It being a cold day, I remained in bed. Just now I explained you this one. This is absolute phrase, pronoun which is used before a participle phrase. Take up number 4. Meeting my friend in the club. He told me everything. That means he was meeting my friend in the club, which is wrong. It should be meeting my friend in the club. I means I met my friend in the club. Told him everything. While I met my friend in the club, I told him everything. So children, your homework is to learn rules of participles. And in my next class, I'll just do the exercises with you. Thank you, children.